Beneath the waves of our vast oceans lies a mystery that has captivated humanity for thousands of years, a lost city shrouded in legend, whispered about in ancient texts, and sought after by explorers and dreamers alike. Atlantis, a name that evokes images of grandeur, advanced civilizations, and a sudden, catastrophic end. For centuries, it's been dismissed as a myth, a tale spun by the philosopher Plato to make a point. But what if there's more to it? What if Atlantis wasn't just a story, but a real place waiting to be discovered? Today, with the help of modern technology and groundbreaking underwater archaeology, the search for Atlantis has taken on new life. From sonar scans of the ocean floor to ancient maps that hint at forgotten lands, we're closer than ever to unraveling this age-old enigma. Could Atlantis be real? And if so, what secrets does it hold about our past? In this video, we'll dive deep into the legends, explore the theories that have puzzled historians for decades, and uncover the cutting-edge discoveries that are bringing us closer to the truth. From underwater ruins to cryptic clues left behind by ancient civilizations, this is a journey that will challenge everything you thought you knew about one of history's greatest mysteries. So, are you ready to explore the depths and uncover the secrets of Atlantis? Let's begin. Plato, the ancient Greek philosopher, is the source of everything we know or think we know about Atlantis. It's in his dialogues, Timaeus and Critias, written around 360 BCE, that the story of this legendary civilization first comes to life. But here's the twist: Plato never intended for Atlantis to be taken as historical fact. Instead, he used it as a cautionary tale, a parable about the dangers of hubris and the consequences of losing sight of virtue. In Timaeus, Plato introduces Atlantis through a conversation between Socrates and his students. He describes it as a powerful island nation located beyond the Pillars of Hercules, what we now call the Strait of Gibraltar. Atlantis was said to be a utopia, a land of unparalleled beauty and technological advancement. Its people were masters of engineering, architecture, and even maritime navigation, ruling over a vast empire that stretched across the ocean. But as Plato tells it, their success led to arrogance. The Atlanteans grew greedy, abandoning the virtues that had once defined them. Then, in Critias, Plato reveals the city's dramatic downfall. In a single day and night, Atlantis was swallowed by the sea, destroyed by earthquakes and floods sent by the gods as punishment. This catastrophic event, according to Plato, served as a moral lesson. No civilization, no matter how advanced, is immune to collapse if it strays from justice and wisdom. Plato's vivid descriptions have captivated imaginations for centuries, shaping the modern image of Atlantis as a lost paradise. But here's where things get intriguing. While Plato presented Atlantis as a fictional device, many have wondered if there was a kernel of truth hidden within his story. Could he have been inspired by real events, a natural disaster perhaps, or the fall of an actual ancient civilization? This question has fueled endless speculation, turning Atlantis from a philosophical parable into one of history's most enduring mysteries. The influence of Plato's writings can't be overstated. They've inspired explorers, archaeologists, and dreamers to search for Atlantis in every corner of the globe, from the Mediterranean to the Caribbean, from the Sahara Desert to the depths of the Atlantic Ocean. Every theory, every expedition, every map drawn in pursuit of this lost city traces its roots back to those ancient texts. And as we'll see, the search for Atlantis is far from over. The questions Plato raised about power, morality, and the fragility of human achievement continue to resonate, driving us to explore not just the depths of the ocean, but the depths of our own history. Plato's Atlantis isn't the only legendary lost city to capture the human imagination. Across cultures and continents, stories of advanced civilizations meeting sudden, catastrophic ends have echoed through time. Take, for example, Lemuria, a mythical land said to have existed in the Indian Ocean, swallowed by the sea long before recorded history. Or Mu, a Pacific civilization believed by some to have been the cradle of human culture, now buried beneath the waves. These tales, like Atlantis, share a common thread. They speak to humanity's enduring fascination with the unknown and our yearning to uncover the secrets of our past. What's striking about these myths is how they often serve as mirrors, reflecting our deepest fears and aspirations. Atlantis, in particular, stands out as a cautionary tale. Its downfall, as Plato described it, wasn't just the result of natural disasters, it was a consequence of human hubris. The Atlanteans, once virtuous and wise, fell victim to their own greed and ambition, a reminder that no civilization, no matter how advanced, is immune to self-destruction. This theme resonates across mythologies, from the biblical story of Sodom and Gomorrah to the Norse legend of Ragnarok, where the world is destroyed and reborn. But why do these stories persist? Why do we continue to be drawn to tales of lost worlds and forgotten civilizations? One reason might be the allure of mystery itself. The idea that there are truths hidden beneath the surface, whether in the depths of the ocean or the annals of history, taps into a fundamental human curiosity. We want to believe that there are discoveries yet to be made, secrets waiting to be uncovered. These myths also offer a way to grapple with the fragility of human achievement. They remind us that our greatest triumphs can be undone by our own flaws or the forces of nature, a lesson as relevant today as it was in Plato's time. What's fascinating is how these stories often blend fact and fiction. While Atlantis may have originated as a philosophical parable, some researchers argue that it could have been inspired by real events. For instance, the catastrophic eruption of the Thera volcano around 1600 BC wiped out much of the Minoan civilization on the island of Santorini. Could this have been the seed for Plato's tale? Similarly, the legend of Mu might draw from memories of ancient tsunamis or volcanic activity in the Pacific. These myths, while not historically accurate in every detail, may carry echoes of real disasters that shaped human history. Ultimately, the enduring appeal of Atlantis and its counterparts lies in their ability to bridge the gap between the known and the unknown. They invite us to explore not just the depths of the ocean, but the depths of our own imagination. Whether as cautionary tales, symbols of human ambition, or echoes of real events, these stories continue to inspire us to seek out the mysteries that lie just beyond our reach. And as we'll see in the next part of our journey, modern science is bringing us closer than ever to uncovering the truths behind these ancient legends. The search for Atlantis has taken explorers and researchers across the globe, from the sun-drenched Mediterranean to the turquoise waters of the Caribbean. Over the centuries, countless theories have emerged, each pointing to a different corner of the world as the possible site of this legendary city. One of the most compelling theories places Atlantis in the Mediterranean, specifically on the island of Santorini. Around 1600 BC, a massive volcanic eruption devastated the Minoan civilization, a highly advanced society known for its impressive architecture and maritime prowess. The eruption was so powerful that it reshaped the island, creating the caldera we see today. Some researchers believe this cataclysmic event could have inspired Plato's story of Atlantis, with the Minoans serving as the real-life counterpart to the Atlanteans. The parallels are striking, a thriving civilization destroyed in a single day and night by natural forces. Yet, while the Santorini theory is fascinating, it's not without its critics. The timeline doesn't perfectly align with Plato's account, and the Minoans, while advanced, don't match the exaggerated descriptions of Atlantis' grandeur. Another intriguing hypothesis points to the Azores, a remote archipelago in the mid-Atlantic. Proponents of this theory argue that the Azores' volcanic origins and underwater geological features could align with Plato's description of Atlantis as a landmass beyond the Pillars of Hercules. In recent years, sonar imaging has revealed underwater structures near the Azores that some claim resemble man-made ruins. However, these findings are hotly debated. Skeptics argue that natural geological processes could easily explain these formations, and without concrete evidence, the Azores theory remains speculative. Then there's the Bimini Road, a mysterious underwater formation off the coast of the Bahamas. Discovered in the 1960s, this series of limestone blocks arranged in a straight line has sparked countless theories about its origins. Some believe it's a remnant of an ancient road or wall, potentially pointing to a lost civilization. Others, however, maintain that it's a natural formation created by the erosion and shifting of the seabed. The Bimini Road has become a focal point for Atlantis enthusiasts, but like many other theories, it lacks definitive proof. What's striking about these theories is how they reflect both the allure and the frustration of searching for Atlantis. Each hypothesis offers tantalizing clues, but none provide the smoking gun that would settle the debate once and for all. The Santorini eruption, the Azores underwater formations, and the Bimini Road all present pieces of a puzzle that has yet to be fully solved. And while these theories may not have led us to Atlantis, they've undeniably deepened our understanding of ancient civilizations and the forces that shaped their histories. The enduring mystery of Atlantis lies not just in its possible location, but in what it represents. A symbol of human curiosity and our relentless drive to uncover the secrets of the past. As we move forward, modern technology and scientific advancements are opening new doors in this age-old quest. From high-resolution sonar scans to advanced underwater archaeology, the tools we have today could finally bring us closer to answering the question that has fascinated us for millennia: was Atlantis real? And if so, where does it lie hidden beneath the waves? Beneath the waves of our planet's oceans, the mystery of Atlantis is far from alone. Across the globe, other underwater legends have captured the imagination of explorers, scientists, and storytellers alike. These submerged enigmas, from the Yonaguni monument in Japan to the sunken city of Dwarka in India, offer their own tantalizing glimpses into humanity's past and perhaps clues to the truth behind Atlantis itself. Off the coast of Japan's Yonaguni Island lies a massive underwater structure that has sparked debate for decades. Known as the Yonaguni Monument, this formation features sharp, angular edges, terraces, and what appear to be carved steps, leading some to believe it's the remains of an ancient man-made city. Researchers have suggested it could date back as far as 10,000 years, a time when sea levels were significantly lower, but not everyone is convinced. Skeptics argue that the monument's features could be the result of natural geological processes, shaped by tidal movements and erosion over millennia. Whether man-made or natural, the Yonaguni Monument stands as a testament to the mysteries lurking beneath the waves, challenging us to rethink our understanding of ancient civilizations. Halfway around the world, off the coast of Gujarat, India, lies another underwater legend, the sunken city of Dwarka. According to Hindu mythology, Dwarka was a magnificent city built by Lord Krishna, a divine kingdom said to have been submerged by the sea after his departure. In recent decades, marine archaeologists have uncovered striking underwater structures near the modern-day town of Dwarka, including stone walls, pottery shards, and artifacts that some believe belong to the ancient city described in the Mahabharata. While the evidence is still being studied, the discoveries have reignited interest in the mythological narrative, offering a fascinating parallel to the story of Atlantis. Both tales speak of advanced civilizations lost to the sea in a single cataclysmic event, a theme that resonates across cultures and continents. Then there's the Baltic Sea anomaly, a mysterious object discovered in 2011 by a team of Swedish treasure hunters. Sonar images revealed a structure that some have likened to the Millennium Falcon from Star Wars, sparking wild speculation about its origins. Could it be a sunken UFO, an ancient monument, or simply a natural rock formation? The anomaly's unusual shape and composition have fueled countless theories, but definitive answers remain elusive. Like Atlantis, the Baltic Sea anomaly raises more questions than it answers, reminding us of how much we still have to learn about the hidden depths of our oceans. What's fascinating about these underwater legends is how they echo the themes of Atlantis while offering their own unique cultural perspectives. Each story, whether rooted in myth or supported by archaeological evidence, reflects humanity's enduring fascination with the idea of lost civilizations and the forces that shaped their downfall. These tales also highlight the challenges of underwater exploration. The ocean is a vast, unforgiving environment, and uncovering its secrets requires cutting-edge technology, meticulous research, and a healthy dose of patience. Yet, the search for these submerged legends does more than satisfy our curiosity. It fuels the broader quest to understand our past. Every discovery, whether it's a stone wall off the coast of India or a mysterious formation in the Baltic Sea, adds another piece to the puzzle of human history. And as we continue to explore these underwater mysteries, we may find that the story of Atlantis is just one chapter in a much larger narrative, one that connects civilizations across time and space. These underwater legends remind us that the ocean is more than just a vast expanse of water. It's a living archive preserving the remnants of our shared history. As we dive deeper into its mysteries, we may uncover not only the truth behind Atlantis, but also a deeper understanding of the forces that have shaped our world. The search continues, and with every new discovery, we edge closer to unraveling the secrets of the deep. The mysteries of the deep have always been tantalizingly out of reach, hidden beneath layers of water and time. But today, thanks to groundbreaking advancements in technology, we're peeling back those layers like never before. Modern tools are transforming underwater exploration, turning what was once the realm of myth and speculation into a field of tangible discovery. From sonar mapping to satellite imaging, the search for lost civilizations like Atlantis has entered a new era, one where science and legend are converging in extraordinary ways. One of the most revolutionary tools in this quest is sonar mapping. By sending sound waves into the ocean depths and analyzing their echoes, researchers can create detailed three-dimensional maps of the seafloor. This technology has uncovered underwater mountains, ancient riverbeds, and even structures that hint at human activity. For example, sonar scans near the Azores have revealed formations that some believe could be the remnants of Atlantis, sparking renewed interest in this age-old mystery. While the findings are still debated, the precision of sonar technology has undeniably opened up new possibilities for exploration. Equally transformative are autonomous underwater vehicles, or AUVs. These robotic explorers can dive to depths that are too dangerous or inaccessible for human divers, equipped with cameras, sensors, and even sampling tools. AUVs have been deployed to study everything from deep-sea ecosystems to submerged archaeological sites, providing data that was once impossible to gather. In the search for Atlantis, these vehicles could play a crucial role, scouring the ocean floor for clues that might otherwise remain hidden. Then there's LiDAR, a technology that uses laser pulses to map landscapes with incredible accuracy. While LiDAR is often associated with terrestrial archaeology, it's also being adapted for underwater use. By mounting LiDAR systems on aircraft or drones, researchers can scan shallow coastal areas and identify potential archaeological sites beneath the waves. This method has already led to the discovery of submerged ruins in places like the Caribbean and the Mediterranean, offering tantalizing hints of what might still lie undiscovered. Satellite imaging, too, has reshaped our understanding of the ocean. By analyzing subtle changes in sea surface height and color, scientists can detect underwater features that might otherwise go unnoticed. Some researchers have used this technology to identify potential locations for Atlantis, combining satellite data with historical maps and geological studies to narrow down the search. While the results are often speculative, they highlight the power of integrating multiple technologies in the quest for answers. What makes these tools so exciting is how they complement each other. Sonar mapping provides the big picture, AUVs delve into the details, LiDAR bridges the gap between land and sea, and satellite imaging offers a bird's-eye view. Together, they're giving us an unprecedented ability to explore the ocean's depths, bringing us closer to uncovering the secrets of Atlantis and other submerged sites. But it's not just about finding lost cities. These advancements are reshaping our understanding of human history, revealing how ancient civilizations interacted with their environments and adapted to changing landscapes. Every discovery, whether it's a sunken settlement or an underwater artifact, adds a new piece to the puzzle of our past. And as technology continues to evolve, the possibilities for exploration are virtually limitless. The search for Atlantis is no longer just a dream, it's a scientific endeavor, driven by cutting-edge tools and a relentless curiosity about our world. While we may not have found the lost city yet, the journey itself is revealing wonders we never imagined. And who knows, the next breakthrough could be just around the corner, waiting to rewrite history and bring Atlantis, or another legendary site, back into the light. The search for Atlantis has inspired countless expeditions over the years, each driven by a mix of scientific curiosity and the allure of uncovering one of history's greatest mysteries. From the early days of exploration to modern high-tech missions, these efforts have taken researchers across the globe, diving into the depths of the Mediterranean and the Atlantic in pursuit of the lost city. But what have these expeditions uncovered, and what challenges have they faced along the way? One of the most famous figures in underwater exploration is Robert Ballard, the oceanographer best known for discovering the wreck of the Titanic. In the late 1990s, Ballard turned his attention to the Mediterranean, where he led an expedition to investigate the possibility that the legendary city of Atlantis might have been inspired by the Minoan civilization on Santorini. Using advanced sonar and underwater robotics, Ballard's team mapped the seafloor around the island, uncovering evidence of a massive volcanic eruption that devastated the region around 1600 BC. While Ballard himself has cautioned against equating this event with Atlantis, his work highlighted how natural disasters could have shaped ancient myths, offering a scientific lens through which to view Plato's tale. Moving further into the Atlantic, another notable expedition took place in the 1970s, led by archaeologist James Mavor. Setting sail for the Azores, Mavor and his team hoped to find evidence of Atlantis in this remote archipelago. The Azores, with their volcanic origins and underwater geological features, have long been a hotspot for Atlantis theories. Mavor's team conducted extensive sonar scans, searching for signs of ancient structures beneath the waves. While they didn't find definitive proof of Atlantis, their work revealed intriguing underwater formations that continue to fuel speculation to this day. In more recent years, the search has expanded to include cutting-edge technology. In 2009, a team led by Richard Freund used satellite imagery and ground-penetrating radar to explore the marshlands of southern Spain. Froom's hypothesis was that Atlantis might have been located in what is now Doñana National Park, a region that was once an inland sea. His team uncovered evidence of circular structures buried beneath the marsh, which some believe could be remnants of the legendary city. However, like so many other findings, the evidence remains inconclusive, underscoring the challenges of identifying Atlantis with certainty. One of the biggest hurdles these expeditions face is the sheer vastness of the ocean. Covering more than 70% of the Earth's surface, the ocean is a massive and often unforgiving environment. Even with modern technology, searching for a lost city beneath the waves is like looking for a needle in a haystack. Add to that the challenges of funding and logistics, and it's easy to see why the search for Atlantis has been so elusive. Expeditions require significant resources, from specialized equipment to skilled personnel, and securing the necessary funding can be a monumental task in itself. Yet, despite these challenges, the search for Atlantis continues to captivate researchers and explorers alike. Each expedition, whether successful or not, adds to our understanding of the ancient world and the forces that shaped it. They remind us that the ocean is a treasure trove of mysteries waiting to be uncovered. And while we may not have found Atlantis yet, the journey itself has revealed countless wonders, from ancient shipwrecks to underwater cities we never knew existed. What's clear is that the search for Atlantis is as much about the pursuit of knowledge as it is about the destination. Every expedition, every discovery, brings us one step closer to unraveling the secrets of our past. And as technology continues to evolve, who knows what new revelations lie just beneath the waves, waiting to be discovered. The story of Atlantis is far from over. It's a mystery that continues to inspire, challenge, and captivate us, reminding us of the endless possibilities that lie within the ocean's depths. For centuries, the story of Atlantis has been intertwined with the forces of nature, those powerful, earth-shaping events that can elevate or obliterate civilizations in an instant. To truly understand the Atlantis mystery, we must turn to the science of geology, which offers clues about the cataclysms that may have inspired Plato's tale. From ancient tsunamis to volcanic eruptions, geological evidence has become a key player in the search for this lost city, helping us separate myth from reality and uncovering the truths hidden beneath the waves. One of the most compelling geological theories tied to Atlantis revolves around the Minoan civilization on the island of Santorini. Around 1600 BC, a colossal volcanic eruption shook the Mediterranean, sending shockwaves across the region. The eruption was so massive that it triggered tsunamis, blanketed nearby islands in ash, and likely contributed to the decline of the Minoans, a sophisticated society known for their advanced architecture and maritime trade. Some researchers argue that this event could have been the seed for Plato's story of Atlantis, with the Minoans standing in as the real-world counterpart to the Atlanteans. The parallels are striking, a thriving civilization brought to its knees by a sudden, catastrophic event. Yet, while the Santorini eruption offers a plausible explanation, it doesn't perfectly align with Plato's timeline or the exaggerated scale of Atlantis' grandeur. This has led to ongoing debate, highlighting both the strengths and limitations of geological evidence in solving the Atlantis puzzle. Another fascinating geological hypothesis is the Younger Dryas impact theory. Around 12,800 years ago, the Earth experienced a sudden and dramatic cooling period known as the Younger Dryas. Some scientists believe this event was triggered by a comet or asteroid impact, which could have caused massive flooding, wildfires, and even tsunamis. Proponents of this theory suggest that such a cataclysm might have wiped out advanced prehistoric civilizations, leaving behind only fragmented memories that could have inspired myths like Atlantis. While the Younger Dryas impact theory is still controversial, it offers a tantalizing possibility. that Atlantis, or at least the story behind it, could be rooted in a global catastrophe that reshaped human history. But geology isn't just about destruction, it's also about understanding how the Earth's surface has changed over time. Tectonic shifts, for example, have dramatically altered coastlines and submerged landmasses, creating the perfect conditions for lost cities to vanish beneath the waves. The Mediterranean, with its complex network of tectonic plates, has undergone significant changes since antiquity, raising the possibility that ancient settlements could now lie hidden underwater. Similarly, rising sea levels at the end of the last ice age submerged vast stretches of land, potentially erasing evidence of early human civilizations. These geological processes remind us that the Earth is anything but static. It's a dynamic, ever-changing canvas that has both preserved and erased the traces of our past. Geology also plays a crucial role in guiding modern explorations for Atlantis. By studying ancient coastlines, sediment layers, and underwater formations, researchers can identify areas where human activity might have once thrived. For instance, sonar mapping and core sampling have revealed submerged river valleys and ancient shorelines, providing valuable clues about where to search for lost cities. These tools have led to discoveries like the sunken ruins of Hercules off the coast of Egypt, a once thriving port city that vanished beneath the waves over 1,000 years ago. Finds like these not only fuel the search for Atlantis, but also deepen our understanding of how ancient civilizations interacted with their environments and adapted to changing landscapes. What makes geology so powerful in the search for Atlantis is its ability to bridge the gap between myth and science. While we may never find definitive proof of the lost city itself, geological evidence offers a framework for understanding how such stories could have emerged. It reminds us that myths often contain kernels of truth, echoes of real events that have been reshaped and retold over generations. Whether it's the Santorini eruption, the Younger Dryas impact, or the shifting of tectonic plates, geology provides a lens through which we can explore the forces that shaped our world and the stories we've told about it. As we continue to uncover the secrets of our planet's past, geology will undoubtedly remain a cornerstone of the Atlantis mystery. It's a reminder that the Earth itself is a storyteller, preserving the echoes of ancient civilizations in its rocks, sediments, and underwater landscapes. And while the search for Atlantis may still be far from over, each geological discovery brings us closer to understanding the complex interplay between human history and the natural world, a story as fascinating as the legend of Atlantis itself. The story of Atlantis, with its dramatic end swallowed by the sea, feels eerily relevant in today's world. Rising sea levels, extreme weather, and the growing impacts of climate change are reshaping our planet, much like the natural disasters that may have inspired Plato's tale. This raises a profound question. Could Atlantis be more than just a myth? Could it be a stark reminder, a warning from the past, about the fragility of human civilizations in the face of environmental upheaval? When we look at the ancient world, we find countless examples of societies that thrived for centuries, only to be undone by sudden shifts in their environment. The Minoan civilization, often linked to Atlantis, is a prime example. Their advanced society, with its grand palaces and thriving trade networks, was brought to its knees by the eruption of Thera around 1600 BC. The ash, tsunamis, and climate disruptions that followed likely disrupted agriculture, trade, and daily life, leading to their eventual decline. It's a sobering reminder that even the most prosperous civilizations are vulnerable to the whims of nature. But it's not just volcanic eruptions that reshaped the ancient world. Rising sea levels at the end of the last ice age submerged vast stretches of land, forcing early human communities to abandon their homes and migrate to higher ground. These events left behind submerged ruins like the sunken city of Dwarka in India or the underwater structures off the coast of Yonaguni, Japan, echoes of civilizations that once flourished on now inundated land. These discoveries suggest that the story of Atlantis, while mythical, may reflect a broader truth, that humanity has always been at the mercy of environmental change. Fast forward to today, and the parallels are hard to ignore. Coastal cities around the world are grappling with the effects of rising sea levels, while extreme weather events, hurricanes, floods, and wildfires are becoming more frequent and severe. Just as ancient civilizations faced the consequences of environmental shifts, we too are navigating a world where the stakes are higher than ever. The question isn't just about whether Atlantis was real, it's about what its story can teach us about our own future. One of the most striking lessons from Atlantis is the role of human behavior in amplifying environmental risks. Plato's tale describes the Atlanteans as a once virtuous people who grew greedy and arrogant, ultimately inviting their own downfall. While the story is allegorical, it speaks to a universal truth: how societies respond to environmental challenges can determine their fate. Today, we see this play out in our own world, where unsustainable practices and the overexploitation of resources are exacerbating the impacts of climate change. But there's also hope. Unlike the Atlanteans, we have the advantage of scientific knowledge and advanced technology to mitigate these risks. From renewable energy to sustainable urban planning, we have the tools to build resilient communities and adapt to a changing environment. The story of Atlantis, then, isn't just a cautionary tale, it's a call to action. It reminds us that while we can't control the forces of nature, we can control how we prepare for and respond to them. Perhaps the greatest takeaway from the Atlantis legend is its timeless relevance. Whether as a myth or a metaphor, it captures the delicate balance between human ambition and the natural world. As we face the challenges of climate change, the story of Atlantis invites us to reflect on our own choices and their consequences. Will we learn from the past, or will we repeat its mistakes? The answer lies not in the depths of the ocean, but in the actions we take today. The legend of Atlantis has transcended its origins as a philosophical parable, weaving itself into the fabric of human culture in ways that few other myths have. From literature to film, art to video games, the story of this lost city has become a symbol of humanity's endless fascination with the unknown, a testament to our desire to explore, discover, and dream. Over the centuries, Atlantis has inspired countless creators, each reimagining it through their own lens and adding new layers to its enduring legacy. One of the earliest and most influential works to draw on the Atlantis myth is Jules Verne's classic 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Published in 1870, Verne's novel follows the enigmatic Captain Nemo as he explores the ocean's depths aboard his futuristic submarine, the Nautilus. Along the way, Nemo and his crew encounter the ruins of Atlantis, a haunting reminder of a once great civilization. Verne's depiction of the lost city captures the imagination, blending scientific curiosity with a sense of wonder that has resonated with readers for generations. Through his story, Atlantis becomes more than just a place. It's a symbol of the mysteries that lie beneath the waves, waiting to be uncovered. In the world of cinema, Atlantis has taken on new life, becoming a recurring theme in films that explore the boundaries of human ambition and the allure of the unknown. Disney's Atlantis, The Lost Empire, is a prime example, reimagining the myth as a high-stakes adventure filled with advanced technology, ancient secrets, and a diverse cast of characters. The film taps into the timeless appeal of Atlantis as a place of wonder and danger, a utopia that holds both the promise of discovery and the peril of hubris. It's a reminder that the story of Atlantis isn't just about a lost city, It's about the human spirit's unyielding drive to explore and understand. Beyond literature and film, Atlantis has also left its mark on art and architecture. The city's image as a utopia of grand palaces, intricate waterways, and advanced technology has inspired countless artists, from classical painters to modern digital creators. Its aesthetic has influenced everything from fantasy landscapes to futuristic designs, embodying the idea of a perfect society that is both awe-inspiring and tragically flawed. This duality of beauty and destruction, ambition and downfall, has made Atlantis a powerful muse for creatives across disciplines. Even in popular culture, Atlantis has become a shorthand for the unknown and the extraordinary. Video games, comic books, and television shows have all drawn on the myth, often using it as a backdrop for stories of exploration, discovery, and the consequences of unchecked ambition. Whether it's the underwater city in BioShock or the mystical realm in Aquaman, Atlantis continues to captivate audiences, offering a narrative playground where the boundaries of imagination are pushed to their limits. What makes Atlantis so enduring is its versatility as a symbol. It represents not just a lost civilization, but the broader themes of human curiosity, resilience, and the eternal quest for knowledge. It's a story that speaks to our deepest fears and aspirations, reminding us of the fragility of our achievements and the boundless potential of our imagination. And as long as we continue to dream, to create, and to explore, Atlantis will remain a beacon, a reminder that the greatest mysteries are often the ones that inspire us to keep searching. From the pages of Jules Verne to the silver screen of Disney, from the canvases of artists to the pixels of video games, Atlantis has become more than a myth. It's a cultural touchstone, a timeless narrative that continues to inspire and challenge us. And as we look to the future, it's clear that the story of Atlantis is far from over. It will continue to evolve, to spark new ideas, and to remind us of the infinite possibilities that lie just beyond the horizon, or perhaps just beneath the waves. While the search for Atlantis has long been a subject of serious archaeological and historical inquiry, it has also become a magnet for fringe theories and pseudoscientific claims. From tales of alien architects to whispers of ancient advanced technologies, the legend of Atlantis has been stretched and reshaped into narratives that often stray far from Plato's original account. These ideas, while captivating, raise important questions about how we interpret the past and why some stories, no matter how far-fetched, continue to capture our imagination. One of the most persistent theories is that Atlantis was not just an advanced human civilization, but a creation of extraterrestrial beings. Proponents of this idea point to the city's supposed technological marvels described in exaggerated terms by Plato, as evidence that such achievements could only have been possible with alien intervention. They often cite ancient astronaut theories which suggest that extraterrestrials visited Earth in antiquity, imparting knowledge and technology to early humans. While these claims make for compelling science fiction, they lack credible evidence and are largely dismissed by mainstream scholars. Yet, their popularity endures, fueled by a mix of fascination with the unknown and a desire to find extraordinary explanations for humanity's achievements. Another common thread in pseudoscientific narratives is the idea that Atlantis possessed advanced technologies far beyond what we associate with ancient civilizations. Some claim the Atlanteans harnessed energy from crystals, built flying machines, or even mastered time travel. These stories often draw on vague references in Plato's writings, interpreting them through a modern lens to create a vision of Atlantis as a futuristic utopia. While such theories are imaginative, they tend to ignore the historical and cultural context of Plato's work, transforming his philosophical parable into something entirely different. So why do these ideas persist, even in the face of overwhelming skepticism? Part of the answer lies in the enduring allure of mystery. The story of Atlantis taps into a deep-seated human desire to believe in lost worlds and hidden knowledge, offering a tantalizing glimpse of what might have been, or what might still be out there waiting to be discovered. For some, these theories also provide a sense of wonder and possibility, a counterbalance to the often mundane realities of modern life. However, the proliferation of pseudoscientific claims about Atlantis isn't without consequences. It can muddy the waters of serious research, diverting attention and resources away from legitimate archaeological inquiries. When sensationalized theories dominate the conversation, it becomes harder to separate fact from fiction, making it more challenging for scholars to engage the public in meaningful discussions about the past. This is especially true in an age of social media, where sensational claims can spread rapidly, often outpacing the measured, evidence-based work of experts. Despite these challenges, the fascination with Atlantis also presents an opportunity. It reminds us of the power of storytelling and the importance of critically examining the stories we tell about our past. By distinguishing between myth and evidence, we can appreciate the richness of ancient narratives while also grounding our understanding in the facts uncovered by science. The search for Atlantis, when approached with rigor and skepticism, can still yield valuable insights into the human experience, even if the lost city itself remains elusive. Ultimately, the story of Atlantis is a mirror reflecting our hopes, fears, and curiosity about the world. Whether as a philosophical lesson, a cautionary tale, or a source of wild speculation, it continues to inspire us to explore the boundaries of what we know and to question what lies beyond. And as we navigate the complexities of myth and science, we're reminded that the search for truth is as much about the journey as it is about the destination. While the search for Atlantis continues to captivate our imaginations, it's worth noting that the ocean floor is already home to several real-life underwater cities, places that were once thriving centers of human activity, now submerged and preserved beneath the waves. These discoveries, far from being myths, offer tangible glimpses into the lives of ancient civilizations and their complex relationships with the sea. Two of the most fascinating examples are Pavlopteri in Greece and Heracleion in Egypt, each revealing a unique chapter in humanity's maritime history. Off the southern coast of Greece lies Pavlopteri, a submerged city that dates back over 5,000 years, making it one of the oldest known underwater archaeological sites in the world. Discovered in the 1960s, Pavlopteri is remarkably well preserved, with its streets, buildings, and even tombs still intact beneath the clear waters of the Mediterranean. Archaeologists believe the city was a bustling port connecting trade routes across the region. Its layout suggests a highly organized society, with evidence of advanced urban planning and infrastructure. But what's most striking about Pavlopteri is how it challenges our assumptions about ancient civilizations. This wasn't just a small settlement, it was a thriving hub of commerce and culture, a testament to humanity's enduring connection to the sea. Unlike Atlantis, Pavlopteri isn't shrouded in myth. It's a real city offering a window into the daily lives of people who lived thousands of years ago. Then there's Heracleion, a once glorious port city off the coast of Egypt that vanished beneath the waves over 1,000 years ago. Known as Thonis to the Egyptians, Heracleion was a vital gateway between the Mediterranean and the Nile, a place where Greek and Egyptian cultures intersected. For centuries, it was thought to be a legend until its rediscovery in the early 2000s by underwater archaeologist Frank Gaudio. What he found was astonishing: colossal statues, intricate jewelry, and even the remains of ancient ships, all buried in the silt of the ocean floor. The city's sudden submersion, likely caused by a combination of earthquakes and rising sea levels, has drawn comparisons to the fate of Atlantis. Yet, unlike the mythical city, Heracleion's story is backed by concrete evidence, providing a vivid picture of how natural disasters could erase even the most prosperous civilizations from the map. These underwater cities are more than just archaeological curiosities. They're reminders of how closely ancient societies were tied to the sea. For civilizations like the Greeks and Egyptians, the ocean wasn't just a barrier, it was a lifeline, a source of food, trade, and cultural exchange. The discovery of Pavlopteri and Heracleion sheds light on how these societies navigated the challenges of their environments, building thriving communities that could flourish for centuries until nature intervened. So, what do these real-world discoveries mean for the search for Atlantis? In many ways, they provide a framework for understanding how a lost city could exist beneath the waves. Pavlopteri and Heracleion show us that the ocean has the power to both preserve and destroy, swallowing entire cities while leaving behind clues for future generations to uncover. They also remind us that the line between myth and reality can be surprisingly thin. While Atlantis may remain elusive, these underwater cities prove that the ocean is still full of secrets waiting to be discovered. But there's another layer to this story. The study of submerged cities like Pavlopteri and Heracleion isn't just about uncovering the past, it's also about understanding our present and future. Rising sea levels driven by climate change pose a similar threat to modern coastal cities, making the lessons of these ancient sites more relevant than ever. They remind us that the forces that shaped the ancient world are still at work today, urging us to consider how we can adapt and build resilience in the face of environmental challenges. The discoveries of Pavlopteri and Heracleion are a testament to the enduring power of human curiosity and ingenuity. They show us that the ocean is not just a graveyard of lost civilizations, but a living archive preserving the echoes of our shared history. And as we continue to explore its depths, we may find that the story of Atlantis is just one piece of a much larger puzzle. A puzzle that connects us to the past, inspires us in the present, and guides us toward a deeper understanding of our place in the world. The story of Atlantis has long been framed as a singular, isolated civilization, a utopia lost to time and the waves. But what if Atlantis wasn't alone? What if it was part of a vast, interconnected network of advanced societies spanning the globe? This intriguing theory suggests that Atlantis might have been just one piece of a much larger puzzle, a civilization linked by shared knowledge, technologies, and even myths with other ancient cultures. It's a perspective that not only reimagines the Atlantis legend, but also challenges how we think about the ancient world and its hidden connections. One of the most compelling pieces of evidence supporting this theory lies in the striking similarities between architectural styles found in distant parts of the world. From the pyramids of Egypt to the steppe temples of Mesoamerica, certain design elements seem to echo across continents. The precision of stone cutting, the alignment with celestial events, and the use of massive megalithic structures all suggest a level of sophistication that transcends regional boundaries. Could these shared traits be mere coincidence, or do they point to a deeper, more global exchange of ideas? Some researchers argue that these parallels hint at a lost era of cooperation and communication between ancient civilizations, with Atlantis perhaps serving as a hub or a key player in this network. Mythology also offers tantalizing clues. Across cultures, stories of a great flood, advanced beings, and lost cities abound. The Mesopotamian epic of Gilgamesh, the Hindu tale of Dwarka, and the biblical story of Noah's Ark all share themes of destruction and renewal, echoing the Atlantis narrative. Even more intriguing are the recurring motifs of gods or beings who bring knowledge and technology to humanity. In Greek mythology, Prometheus steals fire from the gods to give to humans. In the Americas, the Aztecs spoke of Quetzalcoatl, a feathered serpent who brought wisdom and civilization. Are these stories merely symbolic, or do they preserve memories of a shared past, a time when advanced societies collaborated and exchanged ideas? Technological parallels add another layer to the mystery. Ancient cultures, separated by vast distances, developed remarkably similar innovations. The use of irrigation systems, metallurgy, and even early forms of writing appear in societies as diverse as the Indus Valley, the Andes, and Mesopotamia. While mainstream archaeology often attributes these developments to independent invention, the global civilization theory raises the possibility of a more interconnected ancient world. Could Atlantis have been a central node in this network, a place where knowledge and technology were cultivated and shared? This theory, while fascinating, isn't without its skeptics. Traditional historians and archaeologists often argue that the distances and timelines involved make such connections unlikely. How could ancient peoples without modern transportation or communication have maintained contact across oceans and continents? Yet, proponents of the global civilization theory counter with evidence of ancient seafaring capabilities. The Phoenicians, for example, were skilled navigators who traveled far beyond the Mediterranean. Similarly, the Polynesians mastered the art of oceanic navigation, settling islands across the Pacific. If these cultures could traverse vast distances, why not others? The idea of a global Atlantis challenges us to rethink the narrative of human history. It suggests that the ancient world was far more connected than we've been led to believe, with civilizations influencing one another in ways we're only beginning to understand. This perspective doesn't just expand the Atlantis mystery, it reshapes our understanding of humanity's shared past, revealing a tapestry of cultures woven together by trade, knowledge, and perhaps even shared ambition. At its core, the global civilization theory invites us to see Atlantis not as an isolated anomaly, but as part of a larger story, a story of human ingenuity, resilience, and the enduring desire to connect. Whether or not Atlantis was real, the idea of a world-spanning network of ancient societies challenges us to look beyond the boundaries of traditional history and consider the possibility that our ancestors were far more united and far more advanced than we ever imagined. And as we continue to explore the mysteries of the past, we may find that the legend of Atlantis is just the beginning of a much bigger story, one that connects us all. The Pillars of Hercules, a name that conjures images of ancient myths and the edge of the known world. In Plato's account, these towering landmarks marked the boundary beyond which Atlantis was said to lie. Today, we know them as the Strait of Gibraltar, the narrow passage connecting the Atlantic Ocean to the Mediterranean Sea. But why did Plato choose this location as the gateway to Atlantis? And could it hold the key to unlocking the mystery of this legendary city? Plato's description of the Pillars of Hercules as the threshold to Atlantis is deliberate and symbolic. To the ancient Greeks, these pillars represented the limits of human exploration, the farthest point one could sail before venturing into the unknown. By placing Atlantis beyond this boundary, Plato not only heightened the sense of mystery surrounding the lost city, but also framed it as a place of extraordinary significance, a civilization so advanced that it existed beyond the edge of the known world. This choice of location has sparked centuries of speculation, with many theories suggesting that Atlantis might have been situated somewhere near the Strait of Gibraltar, either in the Atlantic Ocean or along the coasts of modern-day Spain and Morocco. One of the most compelling theories places Atlantis in the region of the Doñana National Park in southern Spain. This area, once an inland sea, is believed by some researchers to have been the site of a massive natural disaster that could align with Plato's account of Atlantis' destruction. Geological studies have revealed evidence of ancient tsunamis and seismic activity in the region, events powerful enough to submerge a coastal civilization. Adding to the intrigue are the remains of circular structures and other anomalies detected beneath the marshlands, which some argue could be remnants of Atlantis. While these findings are far from conclusive, they offer a tantalizing possibility that the lost city might have been closer to the Pillars of Hercules than we've ever imagined. Another hypothesis points to the nearby Moroccan coast, where underwater formations and ancient ruins have been discovered off the shores of cities like Casablanca. These discoveries, coupled with historical accounts of advanced civilizations in the region, have led some to suggest that Atlantis could have been a North African city-state, its downfall tied to geological upheavals in the area. The Strait of Gibraltar, as a natural bottleneck between two continents, would have made this location strategically significant, aligning with Plato's description of Atlantis as a powerful maritime empire. Yet, not all evidence supports the idea of Atlantis near the Pillars of Hercules. Critics argue that the geological features of the region don't fully match Plato's account, particularly his description of concentric rings of water and land. Additionally, the timeline of known seismic events in the area doesn't perfectly align with the supposed age of Atlantis. These discrepancies have led some researchers to question whether the Pillars of Hercules were meant to be taken literally or if they served a more symbolic purpose in Plato's narrative. What's fascinating about these theories is how they reflect the broader challenge of interpreting ancient texts. Plato's account of Atlantis is rich with detail, but it's also layered with allegory and philosophical intent. The Pillars of Hercules, for example, might not just represent a physical location but also a metaphorical boundary between hubris and wisdom, between the known and the unknown. This duality adds depth to the Atlantis mystery, inviting us to consider not just where the city might have been, but what it meant to those who told its story. Theories placing Atlantis near the Pillars of Hercules also have broader implications for our understanding of ancient civilizations. If Atlantis was indeed located in this region, it would suggest a level of maritime sophistication far beyond what we typically associate with the ancient world. It would also highlight the interconnectedness of cultures across the Mediterranean and Atlantic, challenging the notion that ancient societies were isolated and disconnected. As we explore the significance of the Pillars of Hercules in the search for Atlantis, we're reminded that the story is as much about the journey as it is about the destination. Whether as a physical landmark or a symbolic threshold, the Pillars of Hercules continue to captivate us, drawing us into a mystery that spans both the depths of the ocean and the heights of human imagination. And as we venture further into this exploration, we may find that the key to Atlantis lies not just in the rocks and ruins of the past, but in the stories and symbols that continue to inspire us today. The Caribbean, a paradise of turquoise waters, white sand beaches, and lush tropical landscapes. But beneath its idyllic surface lies a mystery that has intrigued explorers and researchers for decades. Could this region be the true location of Atlantis? Among the many theories about the lost city, one of the most compelling places is Atlantis in the Caribbean, with particular attention drawn to areas like Cuba and the Bahamas. This theory has gained traction in recent years, fueled by discoveries of underwater structures that some believe could be remnants of the legendary civilization. At the heart of this theory is the Bimini Road, a mysterious underwater formation discovered off the coast of the Bahamas in the 1960s. Composed of large, flat limestone blocks arranged in a straight line, the Bimini Road has sparked intense debate about its origins. Some researchers argue that the blocks are too uniform and precisely aligned to be the result of natural processes, suggesting they could be the remains of an ancient road, wall, or even a harbor. Proponents of the Atlantis theory see the Bimini Road as a potential clue, pointing to a lost civilization that once thrived in the region. However, skeptics counter that the formation could easily be explained by natural geological processes, such as the fracturing and erosion of limestone over thousands of years. Adding to the intrigue are other underwater anomalies discovered in the Caribbean. Off the coast of Cuba, sonar imaging has revealed what appear to be large, geometric structures submerged at depths of over 2,000 feet. These formations, some resembling pyramids or urban layouts, have led to speculation about a sunken city that could align with Plato's description of Atlantis. While these findings are tantalizing, they remain controversial. Mainstream scientists caution that the structures could be natural formations, shaped by underwater currents and volcanic activity rather than human hands. So, why has the Caribbean theory gained such attention in recent years? Part of the appeal lies in the region's geological history. During the last ice age, sea levels were significantly lower, exposing vast stretches of land that are now underwater. This raises the possibility that ancient civilizations could have thrived in areas now submerged, their remains preserved beneath the waves. Additionally, the Caribbean's strategic location, situated between the Americas and the Old World, has led some to speculate that it could have been a hub of trade and cultural exchange, much like the Atlantis described by Plato. The theory also draws on connections to other myths and legends. The indigenous peoples of the Caribbean, such as the Taino, spoke of a great flood that reshaped their world, a story that echoes the Atlantis narrative. Some researchers have even suggested that the Caribbean could have been part of a larger network of ancient civilizations, linked by shared knowledge and technologies. While these ideas are speculative, they highlight the enduring fascination with the possibility of a lost world hidden beneath the waves. Yet, the Caribbean theory is not without its challenges. Critics argue that there is no definitive evidence linking the region to Atlantis, and that many of the underwater formations cited as proof could have natural explanations. Furthermore, the timeline of human settlement in the Caribbean doesn't align neatly with Plato's account, which places Atlantis thousands of years earlier. These discrepancies have led some to dismiss the theory as wishful thinking, a modern attempt to graft the Atlantis myth onto a real-world location. Despite the controversy, the search for Atlantis in the Caribbean continues to captivate researchers and enthusiasts alike. Advances in underwater exploration technology, such as high-resolution sonar and autonomous submersibles, are opening new possibilities for uncovering the region's secrets. Whether or not Atlantis is ever found, the discoveries made along the way, from ancient shipwrecks to submerged geological wonders, are enriching our understanding of the Caribbean's history and its role in the ancient world. The Caribbean theory reminds us that the search for Atlantis is as much about the journey as it is about the destination. It invites us to explore the mysteries of our planet's past, to question the boundaries between myth and history, and to consider the possibility that the truth about Atlantis, or something like it, might still lie hidden beneath the waves. And as we continue to uncover the secrets of the Caribbean, we may find that the legend of Atlantis is just one piece of a much larger story, one that connects us to the wonders and mysteries of the ancient world. The Mediterranean Sea, with its azure waters and rich history, has long been a focal point in the search for Atlantis. Among the many theories surrounding the lost city, one of the most compelling places it in this storied region, specifically near the islands of Santorini and Crete. This hypothesis ties the legend of Atlantis to the Minoan civilization, a sophisticated society that flourished in the Bronze Age and left behind a legacy of art, architecture, and maritime prowess. Could the Minoans, with their advanced culture and sudden collapse, have inspired Plato's tale of Atlantis? Let's dive into the evidence and explore why this theory continues to captivate researchers and enthusiasts alike. The Minoan civilization, named after the mythical king Minos, thrived on Crete and surrounding islands from around 2600 to 1400 BCE. Known for their sprawling palaces, intricate frescoes, and extensive trade networks, the Minoans were a dominant force in the Mediterranean. Their society was remarkably advanced for its time, with innovations like indoor plumbing, multi-story buildings, and a written language known as Linear A. Yet, despite their achievements, the Minoans met a dramatic and sudden end. Around 1600 BCE, the volcanic island of Thera, modern-day Santorini, erupted in one of the largest explosions in recorded history. The eruption triggered tsunamis, earthquakes, and a thick blanket of ash that devastated the region, likely contributing to the decline of Minoan civilization. This catastrophic event shares striking parallels with Plato's description of Atlantis' downfall. In his dialogues, Plato describes Atlantis as a mighty civilization that succumbed to natural disasters in a single day and night, sinking beneath the waves. The Thera eruption, with its immense scale and destructive power, mirrors this account, leading some researchers to propose that the Minoans could have been the real-life inspiration for Atlantis. The idea is further supported by the archaeological remains found on Santorini, where excavations have uncovered a thriving Bronze Age settlement buried under layers of volcanic ash. The preserved ruins, including multi-story buildings and vibrant frescoes, offer a glimpse into a society that was both prosperous and technologically advanced, qualities often attributed to Atlantis. But why does this theory remain so popular among researchers? One reason is the geographical alignment. Plato describes Atlantis as lying beyond the Pillars of Hercules, which many interpret as the Strait of Gibraltar. However, some scholars argue that the phrase could have referred to other landmarks in the ancient world, including those in the Mediterranean. The proximity of Santorini and Crete to Greece, where Plato lived and wrote, makes this region a plausible setting for the Atlantis story. Additionally, the Minoans' maritime dominance and cultural influence align with Plato's portrayal of Atlantis as a powerful seafaring empire. Archaeological evidence also plays a key role in sustaining interest in this theory. The discovery of Akrotiri, a Minoan settlement on Santorini, has provided a wealth of insights into the civilization's daily life and sudden demise. The site's well-preserved buildings, intricate artwork, and evidence of advanced urban planning suggest a society that was both sophisticated and resilient. Yet, the abrupt end of Akrotiri, buried under volcanic ash, echoes the dramatic downfall described in Plato's account. These parallels have led some to speculate that the memory of the Minoans' collapse could have been passed down through generations, eventually inspiring the Atlantis myth. Despite its popularity, the Mediterranean theory is not without its skeptics. Critics point out that the timeline doesn't perfectly align with Plato's account, which places Atlantis' destruction around 9,000 years before his time. They also argue that the Minoans, while advanced, don't fully match the exaggerated descriptions of Atlantis' grandeur. Furthermore, the Thera eruption, while devastating, did not cause the entire island of Santorini to sink, a key detail in Plato's narrative. These discrepancies have led some to question whether the Minoans were truly the inspiration for Atlantis, or if the connection is a case of historical coincidence. What makes the Mediterranean hypothesis so intriguing is its ability to bridge the gap between myth and reality. It invites us to consider how real events like the Thera eruption could have been woven into the fabric of legend, transforming a historical tragedy into a timeless story. Whether or not the Minoans were the true inspiration for Atlantis, their legacy offers a fascinating window into the ancient world, reminding us of the fragility of human achievement and the enduring power of storytelling. As we explore the Mediterranean's role in the Atlantis mystery, we're reminded that the search for the lost city is as much about understanding the past as it is about unraveling the threads of myth. The Minoans, with their vibrant culture and sudden downfall, provide a compelling lens through which to view Plato's tale. And while the truth about Atlantis may remain elusive, the journey to uncover it continues to reveal the rich tapestry of human history, one discovery at a time. The Atlantic Ocean, vast, deep, and shrouded in mystery. For centuries, this immense body of water has been at the heart of the Atlantis legend, with Plato himself placing the lost city beyond the Pillars of Hercules, widely believed to refer to the Strait of Gibraltar. This traditional theory suggests that Atlantis lay somewhere in the Atlantic, a tantalizing idea that has inspired explorers and dreamers alike. But with an ocean spanning over 41 million square miles and depths reaching nearly 30,000 feet, the search for Atlantis here is no small feat. What evidence supports this theory, and why does it remain such a compelling part of the Atlantis narrative? Plato's description of Atlantis as an island, larger than Libya and Asia combined, has led many to imagine it as a massive landmass in the Atlantic. Some researchers have proposed locations like the Azores, a remote archipelago in the mid-Atlantic, as a potential site. The Azores' volcanic origins and underwater geological features have sparked speculation that they could align with Plato's account. In recent years, sonar imaging has revealed intriguing underwater formations near the islands, including what appear to be submerged structures. Yet, despite these findings, the evidence remains inconclusive. Critics argue that these formations could easily be the result of natural processes, such as volcanic activity or erosion, rather than remnants of an ancient civilization. The sheer scale of the Atlantic presents one of the greatest challenges in the search for Atlantis. Exploring its depths requires advanced technology, from high-resolution sonar to autonomous underwater vehicles, capable of withstanding the immense pressure and darkness found thousands of feet below the surface. Even with these tools, the ocean floor remains one of the least explored areas on Earth. Mapping its vast expanse is a monumental task, and the search for specific features, like the concentric rings of water and land described by Plato, adds another layer of complexity. Adding to the challenge is the lack of definitive evidence. While the Atlantic has yielded fascinating discoveries, such as underwater mountains and ancient riverbeds, nothing yet conclusively points to the existence of a lost city. Some researchers argue that if Atlantis were indeed in the Atlantic, its remains would have been discovered by now, given the progress in oceanographic exploration. Others counter that the ocean's vastness means we've only scratched the surface, and that Atlantis could still lie hidden, waiting to be found. Oceanography has become an indispensable tool in this search. By studying the ocean's geological features, currents, and even its chemical composition, researchers can piece together clues about the Earth's history and the forces that shaped it. For example, the discovery of underwater plateaus and submerged river valleys suggests that parts of the Atlantic's floor were once above water, raising the possibility of ancient human habitation. These findings, while not proof of Atlantis, provide a framework for understanding how a civilization could have thrived in this region before being swallowed by the sea. The Atlantic theory also taps into a broader fascination with the unknown. The ocean has always been a source of mystery and wonder, a place where myths and reality often blur. The idea of Atlantis lying beneath its waves speaks to our desire to uncover the secrets of the deep, to explore the boundaries of what we know and venture into the uncharted. It's a reminder that, even in our modern age, there are still frontiers waiting to be discovered. While the search for Atlantis in the Atlantic remains a challenge, it's also an opportunity. Every expedition, every new piece of data, brings us closer to understanding the ocean's role in human history. Whether or not Atlantis is ever found, the journey itself is a testament to our curiosity and determination, a reminder that the quest for knowledge is as boundless as the ocean itself. And as we continue to explore the Atlantic's depths, we may find that the legend of Atlantis is just one part of a much larger story, one that connects us to the mysteries of our planet and the endless possibilities that lie beneath the waves. The story of Atlantis is not just one of a lost city. It's a tale of nature's immense power and the fragility of human societies. Plato's account of the city's destruction paints a vivid picture, a civilization swallowed by the sea in a single day and night, undone by earthquakes and floods. But could such an event have been inspired by real-world catastrophes? To understand Atlantis, we need to look at the forces of nature that have shaped and reshaped our planet throughout history. Natural disasters like earthquakes, tsunamis, and volcanic eruptions have left indelible marks on human history, often wiping out entire civilizations in moments of unimaginable destruction. One of the most striking examples is the eruption of Mount Vesuvius in 79 CE, which buried the Roman cities of Pompeii and Herculaneum under layers of ash and pumice. The preservation of these cities, frozen in time, offers a haunting glimpse into the lives of those who perished, a stark reminder of how quickly nature can erase even the most prosperous societies. Similarly, the collapse of the Minoan civilization around 1600 BCE, likely triggered by the eruption of Thera, echoes the Atlantis narrative in eerie detail. These events don't just tell us about the past, they help us understand how ancient societies interpreted and remembered such catastrophes. Tsunamis, too, have played a devastating role in reshaping civilizations. In 2004, the Indian Ocean tsunami claimed over 200,000 lives, demonstrating the sheer destructive force of these massive waves. Ancient societies were no less vulnerable. The Storegga Slide, a massive underwater landslide off the coast of Norway around 6200 BCE, sent tsunamis crashing into coastal settlements across Europe, likely displacing entire communities. Could similar events have inspired the story of Atlantis? The idea of a civilization swallowed by the sea aligns closely with the aftermath of such disasters, offering a possible explanation for the myth's origins. Earthquakes, another force of nature, have also left their mark on human history. The ancient city of Troy, immortalized in Homer's Iliad, was repeatedly destroyed and rebuilt due to seismic activity. Similarly, the ruins of Helike, a Greek city that vanished beneath the waves in 373 BCE, provide tangible evidence of how earthquakes can erase cities from the map. These examples highlight the vulnerability of coastal civilizations to the Earth's shifting plates, a vulnerability that could easily have shaped the Atlantis story. What makes these parallels so compelling is how they blur the line between myth and reality. While Atlantis may never have existed as Plato described, the disasters that inspired its legend are all too real. They remind us that myths often emerge from kernels of truth, echoes of events so profound they become woven into the fabric of human storytelling. The Thera eruption, the Storegga Slide, and the destruction of Helike all offer glimpses of what might have sparked the Atlantis tale, grounding it in the natural world rather than the realm of pure imagination. By examining these ancient catastrophes, we gain more than just insight into the Atlantis mystery. We deepen our understanding of how humans have navigated the unpredictable forces of nature. These events shape not only the physical landscapes of our world, but also the stories we tell about it. They remind us that, for all our advancements, we remain at the mercy of the Earth's immense power. And as we continue to explore the legend of Atlantis, we're reminded that the search isn't just about finding a lost city. It's about uncovering the truths that lie at the intersection of myth, history, and the natural world. The idea that Atlantis was home to advanced technology, perhaps even rivaling or exceeding what we have today, has long been one of the most captivating aspects of the legend. Plato's description of the city as a marvel of engineering and innovation has fueled endless speculation. What if Atlantis wasn't just a mythical utopia, but a civilization that mastered technologies far beyond its time? This tantalizing possibility has become a cornerstone of modern theories about the lost city, blending science fiction with archaeological curiosity. One of the most enduring claims is that the Atlanteans harnessed energy in ways we're only beginning to understand. Some theorists suggest they used crystal-based power sources, a concept that has gained traction in fringe science circles. Crystals, with their unique properties and ability to conduct energy, are often cited as potential tools for generating or storing power. While there's no concrete evidence to support this idea, it's easy to see why it captures the imagination. If Atlantis truly existed, could its energy systems have been so advanced that they surpassed even our modern capabilities? The notion of a civilization powered by clean, renewable energy is as alluring today as it would have been in Plato's time. Equally fascinating are the engineering feats attributed to Atlantis. Plato describes the city as a series of concentric rings of water and land, connected by intricate canals and adorned with grand architecture. Constructing such a complex system would have required extraordinary skill and knowledge of hydraulics, urban planning, and materials science. Some researchers argue that these descriptions hint at a level of sophistication that seems almost otherworldly. Could the Atlanteans have possessed techniques or tools that allowed them to build on a scale and precision unmatched by other ancient civilizations? The possibility raises questions not just about Atlantis, but about the broader history of human innovation. Theories about lost knowledge also play a significant role in shaping the Atlantis narrative. Proponents of this idea suggest that the Atlanteans' technological prowess wasn't just a product of their own ingenuity, but the result of accumulated wisdom passed down from even older civilizations. This so-called lost knowledge might have included secrets of astronomy, medicine, or even flight technologies that, if rediscovered, could revolutionize our understanding of history. While these claims are often dismissed as speculative, they highlight a broader truth. The allure of Atlantis lies not just in its physical remains, but in the possibility that it holds answers to questions we've yet to ask. Skeptics, of course, argue that these theories are more fantasy than fact. They point out that there's no archaeological evidence to support the existence of advanced technology in the ancient world, and that many of the claims about Atlantis are based on misinterpretations or embellishments of Plato's original account. Yet, even they acknowledge that the idea of advanced ancient technology isn't entirely without merit. After all, many ancient civilizations achieved feats that still baffle modern engineers, from the precision of the pyramids to the ingenuity of Roman aqueducts. If the Atlanteans existed, perhaps their achievements were simply the pinnacle of what ancient societies were capable of. What makes these theories so compelling is how they influence the search for Atlantis today. Whether inspired by crystal power, lost knowledge, or engineering marvels, modern expeditions often look for signs of technological sophistication in their discoveries. Underwater structures like the Bimini Road or the submerged ruins off the coast of Cuba are scrutinized not just for their age or origin, but for evidence of advanced construction techniques or unexplained features. These findings, while often inconclusive, fuel the ongoing quest to uncover the truth about Atlantis. The idea of advanced technology in Atlantis also speaks to a deeper human fascination, the desire to believe that our ancestors were capable of more than we give them credit for. It's a reminder that history is full of surprises, and that the past may hold secrets we've yet to uncover. Whether or not Atlantis was real, the theories surrounding its technological prowess challenge us to rethink what we know about ancient civilizations and to consider the possibility that the lines between myth and reality might be blurrier than we think. As we continue to explore the mysteries of Atlantis, the question of its technology remains a central theme. It's a topic that bridges the gap between science and speculation, inviting us to imagine a world where the impossible might just be possible. And while the truth may remain hidden beneath the waves, the journey to uncover it continues to inspire us, reminding us that the search for knowledge is as boundless as the ocean itself. The idea that Atlantis might have been more than just a lost city, that it could have been a repository of ancient wisdom or even secrets that could revolutionize our understanding of history and science, has captivated thinkers for centuries. This belief isn't just the stuff of fringe theories or science fiction. It's a concept that has influenced both serious academic inquiry and imaginative speculation. According to some, Atlantis wasn't merely a place of technological marvels, but a civilization that mastered knowledge far beyond its time, knowledge that, if rediscovered, could challenge everything we think we know about the ancient world and our place within it. At the heart of this idea is the notion of lost knowledge, advanced understanding or techniques that were either destroyed with Atlantis or deliberately hidden from future generations. Plato's description of the city as a utopia of unparalleled sophistication has led some to wonder, could the Atlanteans have possessed insights into fields like astronomy, medicine, or even energy that were lost when their civilization fell? Theories range from the plausible to the fantastical, with some suggesting that Atlantis held the key to renewable energy systems, while others propose that its people had unlocked secrets of the cosmos or even the nature of consciousness itself. This belief in lost knowledge has fueled a wide range of pursuits, from archaeological expeditions to speculative research. For example, some modern explorers have searched for evidence of advanced engineering or scientific principles in underwater ruins, hoping to uncover clues that might validate these theories. Meanwhile, others have turned to ancient texts, interpreting cryptic passages or symbols as potential blueprints for Atlantean technology. While much of this work remains speculative, it highlights a broader truth. The allure of Atlantis lies not just in its physical remains, but in the possibility that it holds answers to questions we've yet to ask. Yet, the search for lost knowledge isn't without its challenges or its ethical dilemmas. If such wisdom were to be uncovered, who would have the right to access it? How would it be used, and what impact might it have on our modern world? These questions are particularly relevant when considering the potential for advanced technologies. Imagine, for instance, discovering a form of energy that could power entire cities without pollution. While such a breakthrough could transform society for the better, it could also disrupt global economies or be weaponized for destructive purposes. The ethical implications of uncovering and disseminating ancient knowledge are profound, forcing us to confront difficult questions about power, responsibility, and the consequences of progress. What makes these ideas so compelling is how they bridge the gap between myth and possibility. Atlantis, as a symbol of lost wisdom, speaks to a deep human desire to believe that our ancestors were capable of more than we give them credit for. It challenges us to reconsider the boundaries of what we think is possible and to explore the unknown with both curiosity and caution. Whether or not Atlantis ever existed, the search for its secrets reminds us that history is full of surprises and that the past may hold lessons that are as relevant today as they were thousands of years ago. As we continue to explore the mysteries of Atlantis, the idea of lost knowledge invites us to think not just about what we might find, but about what it means to uncover the truths of our past. It's a journey that challenges us to balance our thirst for discovery with a sense of responsibility, reminding us that the pursuit of knowledge is as much about understanding ourselves as it is about understanding the world around us. And as we delve deeper into this exploration, we may find that the true treasure of Atlantis isn't just the secrets it holds, but the questions it inspires us to ask. The search for Atlantis isn't just about uncovering the secrets of the past. it's also shaping the future of underwater exploration and archaeology. As we push the boundaries of technology and collaboration, the quest for this legendary city is driving innovations that could revolutionize how we study the ocean and its hidden treasures. From cutting-edge tools to ambitious international missions, the hunt for Atlantis is opening new doors to understanding the mysteries beneath the waves. One of the most exciting developments in this field is the rise of autonomous underwater vehicles, or AUV. These robotic explorers are equipped with high-resolution cameras, advanced sensors, and even sampling tools, allowing them to navigate the ocean's depths with precision and efficiency. Unlike traditional methods that rely on human divers, AUVs can reach areas that are too deep or dangerous for people, making them invaluable in the search for submerged ruins. For example, recent missions have used AUVs to map underwater formations near the Azores and the Caribbean, areas long speculated to hold clues about Atlantis. These robots not only expand the scope of exploration, but also provide detailed data that can help researchers piece together the stories of ancient civilizations. Another game-changing technology is synthetic aperture sonar, or SAS, which creates incredibly detailed images of the seafloor. Unlike conventional sonar, SAS can detect objects as small as a coin buried in sediment, offering a level of resolution that was unimaginable just a few decades ago. This tool has already been used to uncover shipwrecks and submerged structures, and it's now being deployed in the search for Atlantis. By revealing hidden features of the ocean floor, SAS could help identify potential sites that match Plato's descriptions of the lost city, bringing us one step closer to solving the mystery. But it's not just technology that's advancing the search, it's also the spirit of collaboration. International teams of scientists, archaeologists, and oceanographers are coming together to share resources, expertise, and data. Projects like the Ocean Exploration Trust and UNESCO Underwater Cultural Heritage Initiatives are fostering partnerships that span continents, pooling knowledge to tackle the challenges of underwater exploration. These collaborations are not only accelerating the search for Atlantis, but also deepening our understanding of the ocean's role in human history. Looking ahead, the future of underwater exploration is filled with promise. Upcoming missions are set to explore uncharted regions of the ocean, from the depths of the Mediterranean to the remote reaches of the Atlantic. One such mission, led by a consortium of European and American researchers, will use a combination of AUVs, SAS, and underwater drones to investigate a series of underwater anomalies near the Strait of Gibraltar. These formations, which some believe could be remnants of Atlantis, represent one of the most promising leads in recent years. The question is, what might we discover next? Could the next breakthrough reveal the ruins of a lost city, or will it uncover something entirely unexpected? The ocean is full of surprises, and every new discovery has the potential to rewrite our understanding of history. From ancient shipwrecks to submerged settlements, the stories waiting to be uncovered are as vast as the ocean itself. What's clear is that the search for Atlantis is more than just a quest for a mythical city. It's a catalyst for innovation and discovery. By pushing the limits of technology and collaboration, we're not only inching closer to solving one of history's greatest mysteries, but also unlocking the secrets of our planet's past. And as we continue to explore the ocean's depths, we're reminded that the search for knowledge is as boundless as the sea itself. The next chapter in this journey could bring us closer than ever to the truth, or it could open up entirely new mysteries waiting to be explored. The legend of Atlantis has inspired countless stories, theories, and even a few wild claims over the centuries. But as captivating as these tales may be, they've also given rise to a number of persistent myths and misconceptions. One of the most common is the idea that Atlantis was a massive continent, far larger than any landmass we know today. Plato described it as larger than Libya and Asia combined, a phrase that has led many to imagine an impossibly huge island. However, when we examine ancient geography, it's clear that Plato's understanding of the world was vastly different from ours. The Libya and Asia he referred to were much smaller regions by modern standards. So while Atlantis may have been significant in size, it likely wasn't the colossal continent some envision today. Another widespread myth is the belief that Atlantis was a technological marvel far ahead of its time. Stories of crystal-powered energy, flying machines, and even time travel have become staples of modern Atlantean lore. But here's the catch: these ideas often stem from creative interpretations of Plato's writings, not the text itself. Plato described a sophisticated society with impressive engineering feats, but he never mentioned anything resembling advanced technology. The image of Atlantis as a futuristic utopia is largely a product of 20th century imagination, fueled by speculative fiction and pseudoscientific claims. While it's fun to imagine a civilization with futuristic gadgets, it's important to separate these fantasies from the historical and philosophical context of Plato's original account. Then there's the question of location. Over the years, Atlantis has been found in nearly every corner of the globe, from the Mediterranean to the Caribbean, from Antarctica to the Sahara Desert. This proliferation of theories is partly due to the vagueness of Plato's description. By placing Atlantis beyond the Pillars of Hercules, he left its exact location open to interpretation. While this ambiguity has fueled endless speculation, it's also led to a lot of confusion. Many of these proposed locations are based on flimsy evidence or outright misinterpretations of ancient texts. For example, some theories rely on cherry-picked details from Plato's account while ignoring the broader context. This selective approach can make it seem like Atlantis could be anywhere and nowhere at the same time. So why do these myths persist? Part of the answer lies in the power of storytelling. Atlantis isn't just a lost city, it's a symbol of mystery, ambition, and the unknown. People are drawn to the idea of a civilization that achieved greatness and then vanished, leaving behind secrets waiting to be uncovered. This fascination has been amplified by popular culture, from books and movies to video games and documentaries, which often take creative liberties with the Atlantis narrative. These portrayals, while entertaining, can blur the line between fact and fiction, making it harder to separate myth from reality. This is why it's so important to approach the Atlantis legend with a critical eye. While it's tempting to get swept up in the romance of the story, we need to ground our understanding in evidence-based research. Archaeology, geology, and other scientific disciplines provide valuable tools for separating fact from fantasy. For example, by studying ancient texts in their original context, we can better understand what Plato was trying to convey. Similarly, by examining geological evidence, we can identify real-world events that might have inspired the Atlantis myth. This doesn't mean stripping the story of its wonder. It means appreciating it for what it is, a blend of history, philosophy, and human imagination. Debunking these myths isn't about dismissing the Atlantis legend, it's about deepening our understanding of it. By separating fact from fiction, we can explore the story with greater clarity and appreciation. And as we continue to uncover new evidence, we may find that the truth about Atlantis is even more fascinating than the myths. After all, the real mystery isn't just about a lost city. It's about how stories shape our understanding of the past and inspire us to keep searching for answers. The enduring allure of Atlantis isn't just about a lost city. It's about the way it taps into something deep within us, a primal curiosity that drives us to explore the unknown. For thousands of years, this legend has captured our imaginations, not because of its historical accuracy, but because of what it represents. the thrill of discovery, the fragility of human achievement, and the mysteries that lie just beyond our reach. Atlantis is more than a myth. It's a mirror reflecting our deepest hopes, fears, and questions about the world and our place within it. At its core, Atlantis is a symbol of mystery. It's a story that begins with grandeur and ends in tragedy, a tale of a civilization that rose to unimaginable heights only to be swallowed by the sea. This arc of creation and destruction, of hubris and humility, resonates with us on a fundamental level. It speaks to our own experiences of striving for greatness, of building and rebuilding in the face of challenges. Atlantis reminds us that even the most advanced societies are not immune to collapse, a lesson that feels especially poignant in an age of rapid technological progress and environmental uncertainty. But Atlantis isn't just a cautionary tale, it's also a beacon of adventure. The idea of a lost city hidden beneath the waves waiting to be discovered ignites our sense of wonder. It's a call to explore, to push the boundaries of what we know and venture into uncharted territory. This spirit of adventure has inspired countless explorers, from ancient mariners to modern scientists, to search for clues in the depths of the ocean and the annals of history. Even when the evidence is elusive, the pursuit itself is transformative, driving us to develop new technologies, forge new connections, and deepen our understanding of the world. The fascination with Atlantis also shapes how we approach history and exploration. It encourages us to think beyond the facts and figures, to consider the stories and symbols that give meaning to our past. When we study ancient civilizations, we're not just looking for artifacts or ruins. We're piecing together narratives that help us make sense of who we are and where we come from. Atlantis, as a symbol of the unknown, invites us to ask questions that go beyond the surface. What have we lost? What can we learn? And what might still be out there waiting to be discovered? This enduring fascination isn't just about the past, it's also about the future. Atlantis challenges us to imagine what's possible, to dream of civilizations that once were and those that could be. It's a reminder that the world is full of mysteries, both ancient and modern, and that the pursuit of knowledge is a never-ending journey. Whether we're exploring the ocean floor, mapping distant stars, or delving into the stories of our ancestors, the spirit of Atlantis lives on in our quest for understanding. And perhaps that's the true power of this legend. It's not just a story about a lost city. It's a story about us, about our curiosity, our resilience, and our unyielding desire to uncover the secrets of the universe. Atlantis may remain a mystery, but its legacy endures, inspiring us to keep searching, keep questioning, and keep dreaming. In a world that often feels too small, too known, Atlantis reminds us that there's always more to discover, more to explore, and more to imagine. And that, in itself, is a treasure worth seeking. The search for Atlantis, spanning centuries and continents, has taught us far more than the location of a mythical city. It's offered a masterclass in how to approach historical mysteries, lessons that extend far beyond the legend itself. One of the most important takeaways is the value of skepticism. Throughout history, countless theories about Atlantis have emerged, each claiming to hold the key to its discovery. Yet, time and again, these claims have been met with scrutiny, often revealing more about the storytellers than the story itself. Skepticism isn't about dismissing ideas outright. It's about asking critical questions, demanding evidence, and separating fact from fiction. This approach has not only refined our understanding of Atlantis, but also sharpened our ability to evaluate other historical and scientific claims. Another key lesson is the power of interdisciplinary research. The search for Atlantis has drawn on fields as diverse as archaeology, geology, oceanography, and even mythology. By combining these disciplines, researchers have been able to piece together a more nuanced picture of the ancient world. For example, Geological studies of the Mediterranean have shed light on the Thera eruption, while underwater archaeology has uncovered submerged cities like Pavloptri and Heracleion. These discoveries remind us that solving complex mysteries often requires collaboration across boundaries, blending the strengths of different fields to uncover truths that no single discipline could reveal alone. The Atlantis quest has also highlighted the importance of adaptability. As technology has advanced, so too has our ability to explore the ocean's depths and analyze ancient texts. From sonar mapping to synthetic aperture sonar, each new tool has expanded the scope of what's possible, transforming the search from a speculative endeavor into a scientific one. This adaptability isn't just about embracing new tools, it's about staying open to new ideas and perspectives. When faced with dead ends or contradictory evidence, researchers have had to pivot, rethinking their assumptions and exploring alternative hypotheses. This flexibility is crucial not just in the search for Atlantis, but in any pursuit of knowledge. Perhaps the most profound lesson, though, is the enduring power of curiosity. The Atlantis legend has captivated explorers, scientists, and dreamers for thousands of years, not because it's easy to solve, but because it's hard. It challenges us to look beyond the surface, to question what we think we know, and to imagine possibilities that lie just out of reach. This curiosity isn't just about finding answers, it's about asking better questions. What can the past teach us about the present? How do myths and legends shape our understanding of history? And what might we discover if we keep searching, even when the answers seem elusive? These lessons from the search for Atlantis have implications far beyond the legend itself. They offer a blueprint for tackling other historical mysteries, from the origins of Stonehenge to the fate of the Roanoke colony. They also provide insights for scientific endeavors, reminding us of the value of skepticism, collaboration, and adaptability in the face of uncertainty. Whether we're exploring the depths of the ocean or the frontiers of space, the principles that guide the search for Atlantis can help us navigate the unknown with both rigor and imagination. Ultimately, the search for Atlantis is more than a quest for a lost city. It's a testament to the human spirit. It's a reminder that the pursuit of knowledge is as much about the journey as it is about the destination. And as we continue to explore the mysteries of our world, we carry forward the lessons of Atlantis, not just as tools for discovery, but as inspiration to keep asking, keep searching, and keep dreaming. From the sunken ruins of ancient cities to the cutting-edge technologies reshaping underwater exploration, our journey through the legends of Atlantis and its underwater counterparts has been nothing short of extraordinary. We've delved into Plato's enigmatic writings, explored the real-world disasters that might have inspired his tale, and navigated the oceans in search of clues that could bring this mythical city to life. Along the way, we've discovered that the story of Atlantis is far more than just a myth. It's a tapestry woven from history, science, and the boundless power of human imagination. What makes the Atlantis legend so captivating isn't just the possibility of finding a lost city beneath the waves. It's the way this story speaks to something deep within us, a longing to uncover the secrets of our past and to understand the forces that shape our world. Atlantis represents the ultimate mystery, a symbol of both human ingenuity and vulnerability. It reminds us that even the most advanced civilizations can fall, but it also inspires us to keep searching, to keep asking questions, and to keep pushing the boundaries of what we know. This quest isn't just about solving a historical puzzle. It's about what we learn along the way, from the geological evidence of ancient tsunamis to the archaeological discoveries of real submerged cities. The search for Atlantis has deepened our understanding of human history and the natural world. It's shown us how myths can carry echoes of real events and how storytelling can bridge the gap between the past and the present. And perhaps most importantly, It's reminded us that the pursuit of knowledge is as much about the journey as it is about the destination. So, what do you think? Could Atlantis have been real, or is it simply a timeless story that captures our imagination? Whether you're a believer, a skeptic, or just someone fascinated by the mysteries of the past, we'd love to hear your thoughts. Share your theories, your questions, and your favorite moments from this exploration in the comments below. And if you've enjoyed diving into the depths of this ancient legend with us, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. There are so many more historical mysteries waiting to be uncovered, and we can't wait to explore them with you. Thanks for joining us on this journey through the legends of Atlantis and the hidden wonders beneath the waves. The ocean is vast and its secrets are endless, so let's keep searching, keep wondering, and keep discovering together. Until next time, stay curious.